Hello everybody, so today's special video, first because it's in English, because I promised Ailey that my next video would be in English. This is actually not very cool because that's the hardest video to do in English, because as you saw in the title, I'm just gonna talk about my feelings, my vision, how I see my life, stuff like this. So it's not gonna be a fun video. If you're here for fun, probably not the good place, and the disclaimer again that just my vision, how I see things. So just a video so you know how I live and what I think. So let's start. So for me, the most important thing when I'm thinking about my life and when I start is what is the goal of my life. And the goal of my life is to reach happiness. That seems logical, but for some people, they desire more money than happiness. That's not my case. I desire to be happy and to live every moment and having a good time every moment of my life. So for that, I'm applying many rules. Not that I'm forcing myself to apply these rules, but these are some logical rules that I believe are good to me and probably would be good to you if you apply them. Uh, so let's start with, for me, one of the most important thing, the happiness balance. It's something that really drives my action lately, probably since 1 or 2 years. It's to take into account firstly your personal happiness and then the happiness of the other people, but not in a too many selfish way. It means that you have to be happy yourself first and then the other people, because that's your life. You have to prioritize your happiness over happiness of the other, but of course, in a way that doesn't impact other people's happiness. But of course, when I'm saying this, it's not okay. You do whatever the fuck you want. If you're happy, that's it. No, of course, no. You have to, as I said, have a balance and make sure your action doesn't harm the other people. And for me, a very good way to do this is a balance that, as I told you, I'm applying since a few, is to think about the question of like doing anything. For example, I don't know, if I go out, I have the choice either of going out playing ball with my friends, or if I have the choice to go out with my mom. Okay, maybe I'll be more happy going out with my friends. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be more happy. But the other group, my friends, would still have fun if I'm not here. While in the other way, my mom, she wouldn't, she wouldn't have fun if I'm not here. So basically, I would drive my action to go out with my mom, because the overall happiness of the two groups would be higher if I go out with my mom, even if in my case I would probably be less happy on the moment, the exact moment to go out with my mom than going out to basketball. And this balance of action is really what drives me, even in relationship. I talk about relationship now because a member of the class told me I'm a pussy ass bitch. Really harsh word, but it's good to hear it. It's good that people tell some facts. It's interesting. And this person told me I was a bit lost. And to be honest, this person is, I'm not gonna say right, but not totally wrong, because as I'm telling you about the balance, I had some experience of being in a relationship where, in fact, I was not really happy with the relationship, and I was a bit forcing myself to be in a relationship. And a way that decided me to stop the relationship was like, okay, I went out with that person, but if I were in another place, I would have been 10 times better, so I stopped. And yeah, to come back, so about relationship, the fact that I'm a bit lost, I wouldn't say this. I'm more lost in a way that I don't feel actually the necessity. Like I don't think being in a relationship would improve too much my my situation of current happiness, which is actually very good for now. Uh, because there is many things I like to do outside. I like to go out with my friend. I like to go to do some stuff. I like to go, I don't know, go out, play basketball, stuff like this. And I know being in a relationship is a commitment. And to me, being in a relationship right now would mean to find really the person that's the only person that would make me rather stay with that person than going out with my friend. And the fact that I'm having a lot of fun with my friends is making the thing complicated because yeah, when I'm going out just playing basketball, playing soccer, staying on the bench drinking some on the bench drinking some cans, that's the easy stuff. And yeah, that's just how I feel, and I just love doing this. So to me, get involved would mean that the relationship would bring me more happiness than this. And to be honest, this is gonna be hard. You are the key of your happiness, of course. You are the one responsible for your own happiness, and you have to do the action to be happy. You're not going to be happy by just waiting and just letting the time go on, not doing anything. If you stay in your room, maybe you like it, but if you don't do stuff, if you don't try to act, you're not gonna be happy. I know one of my weak points is probably that I don't take enough risks. I like my comfort zone. I like staying where I am at, but as I told you, it's because I feel that right now my level of happiness is actually very good, and I don't see really the point of taking some risks for some people to like break some good relationship I have with them just because I took a risk that's that wasn't rewarding enough. Like I don't feel that the risk that I need to take are rewarding enough. So to this plan, there is one big problem, I'd say, to this way of doing, of just balancing and staying there, because this is really on the short term. So as I said, I want to live every day having a good day, having some fun, and this way of doing, the way I explained you, is actually a good way to achieve this. But there is one problem is that it may not be reliable in the long term because not all the people are thinking the same, and that's good. But also because people will grow, will change, and as I told you, I'm spending a lot of time with my friends. That's probably the thing that I like the most in my life. So probably in a bit, this same friend will have other activity to do. They will have job. They will have girlfriends. So they will not have the time to to give me. They will not have time to spend with me, and that may be a weakness to my system because I'm really dependent too much on this to bring me happiness. I'm not a person that fear being lonely, I'd say. I like being lonely sometimes. I like to do some stuff on my own, but I'm also not a lone wolf. I like to have some relation with people. I like to interact with other people. So yeah, that would probably be a big problem to me. There is one thing that also drives my behavior is that for me, the love and losing is the expression of happiness. So if you know me, you know that I'm doing a lot of jokes. I may pass and I may look like a clown, and I'm totally fine with it because I know who I am. I know I have this kind of image of a clown, and I told you I'm fine with it because for me, making people laugh is very, very important. Because first, as I told you, for me, laughing is the expression of happiness. So when I make somebody laugh, I feel like okay, that's cool. This person is having a good time right now. She's forgetting the problem, or she or he is forgetting the problem she has or he has, and that's really cool because I like to see people happy. Because I told you, you have to to make sure your happiness is the most important, but it's also very good that the people around you are happy, because if people around you are happy, your overall happiness will definitely increase. That's not even a question. It's just the basic. So I'm always trying to make people around me happy, having a good time. So like this, we are like pulling ourselves to the top, you know. If one people is happy, she will want the other guy to be happy. That's just scaling effect. And I feel like it's kind of working, you know. When I'm in a good mood, I try to make people feel good, and more people are happy, more people are laughing, and just the atmosphere is better. And that's kind of a situation that is in fact really easy to measure. It's same when you're going out with your friend. Most of the time, people are happy, and you see it's because the group is having a good time that you are happy. So yeah, I'm always trying to make people laugh, having a good time, even though it can a bit, but maybe make people believe that I'm a clown, I'm stupid. But that's not really something I care about, because I know who I really am. I know that I'm not too much stupid. I say I'm a bit stupid, of course, but not too much. And yeah, that's the way I feel about making people having a good time. And there's also one more thing I like to talk about for this, is spending time with the people you like and the people you love. It's really something important. Everybody is telling this, but you really realize this. It's just a common sentence, but you realize this a bit too late. So yeah, try to do everything to make the people that loves you and the people that you love feel happy, having a good time. Even myself, uh, I feel a bit bad because I should call like my family more often. Sometimes I'm a bit, I don't know how to say, but I'm a bit hard with my mom. Like, you know, I'm answering bad, and I feel guilty about it. I'm like, fuck, she gave me everything. She's still giving me a lot, and I'm like doing some shitty stuff, not acting well. Even though, yeah, I matured a lot, and now I'm trying to be as servant as possible. I'm trying to help her as much as possible, but still there's something I don't know in my interaction. Sometimes I'm like, okay, she doesn't have the same sense of humor as me, so I'm like, okay, fuck, she's gonna annoy me. So sometimes I avoid too much communication, and that's really not really good. But yeah, in another way, I told you I'm trying to help all the time. I change a lot in that point, even when I'm not like, I don't know, but shitty stuff. If she's doing something that I don't like, I'm not gonna notice it anymore, because I know if I don't say thing, she's gonna like be okay, liked it, even though I didn't, and she's gonna feel good. And if I just do a sentence that will absolutely not change nothing to the situation, she will be like, "Fuck, nah, uh, it's always the same. You don't, you're doing shit, nah, nah, nah." And she's gonna be mad. She's gonna be not that happy. She's gonna be a bit sad, because she will be like, "Oh shit, I should have done better," or stuff like this. Or she's gonna be in a bad mood. While if I just say nothing, and if I just comply, the mood will be better. My mom will be happy. So that's really important. So yeah, I told you about bringing happiness to the people you love and around you. So for that, if I have to just summarize a bit, the two main points for short term would be the balance of happiness, making sure that the overall happiness when you are doing a choice is the better, and of course that it's not harming you too much, because yeah, as I told you with the example of the relationship, maybe the balance of the happiness was lower when I left that person, but in the long way, it was probably better because if I was just faking the stuff, this person would have attached to me. It would have maybe, I don't know, love me. I don't know. And it's better to leave sooner than later because it's doing way less damage and then the person can overcome it really easily. And the second stuff is making people around you feel happy. And for that, my way of doing is making jokes and doing random stuff. And this even to strangers, because even if you don't know them, you can still make their day, and the interaction you will have with them is always funny. I'm trying more than way more than before, since probably 1 year, to have more and more interaction with strangers. I'd say the first step I took was to talk with the cashier a bit more to try to make them laugh, because it's a hard job they're doing. So if you can just be nice to them, making them laugh, even if it's on shitty stuff, you can ridiculize yourself. I don't care. I don't care of ridiculizing myself if the person is gonna spend a good time and will remember a good and we'll have a good anecdote of his day. It's easy, but one time I was in a store in a foreign country, and I was just doing a snap, and the person recognized I wasn't talking in English, and this person he came to me, and we just had a really funny interaction, talking about many stuff. And that's the kind of anecdote that I still remember, and that this guy will probably remember, even if he spent the whole day having a shitty day. Just because of this interaction, it's gonna make his day feel way better. And that's really something that people probably don't value enough. Like, to be kind to everybody is for me the basis of living. You have to be kind to everyone, to treat everybody as a person and at the same level as you, because except for racists and criminal and stuff like this and shitty person, but for strangers you have to treat them as human beings. You have to be kind to them. You have to, I don't know, it may sound easy, but you don't care of ridiculing yourself in front of a person you're not going to see again, or you're probably going to see one or twice in your life. So I don't really care about this. And yeah, that's it for the short term. And for the long term process to reach happiness on my side, I believe it's through achieving freedom. There's many ways of doing it. It's really vague to me because this side is really emerged in me a bit late, so it's still a bit blurry to me. I know what I want to do in the next few years, but it's not really clear. But I feel like when I'm like the one deciding what to do, I always feel way better than when I have no choice and just to comply with the situation. So for now, that's what will drive me probably in the future, but still using the short term stuff. And yeah. And I'm gonna talk about anything, even if it's not really related. This point is kind of linked with the previous point about being kind and to everybody. It's the probably the value that are the most important to me. It's not a value, but being kind is really one thing very important. And two other stuff, of course, it's really like everybody, but trust and respect. You, for me, respect and trust is the key to everything. If you don't respect me, why would I respect you? That's just as simple as this. And of course, at the first sight, I'm always respecting everybody, or at least I try to to respect everybody at the beginning. And of course, I try to trust everybody, but yeah, sometimes you realize some people are not worth your respect and your trust. But for me, of course, if a person doesn't trust me for any reason, or for shitty reason that doesn't really matter, I would be like, okay, go fuck yourself. That's just as simple as this. Yeah, well, that's probably way more than enough, or there's still something I would like to talk about. Maybe in the next video, it's gonna be about Monish and my relation to Monish. Gonna be fun.